everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a tutorial using some new products. I've got the new Lakme Illuminate collection and a new foundation. So I'm going to be putting it to the test and let's get started. First I'm going to use a moisturizer and I'm using Total Effects Lightweight Cream by Olay. This is a really nice anti-aging cream for the summers because it's not greasy but it still gives you good amount of moisture and just makes your skin quite smooth. Then I'm going to start with the primer and I'm using the Sephora Smoothing Primer. This is a silicone based one, so it feels quite silky and smooth and it minimizes the look of pores and of course makes your makeup last longer, and I love that it makes my skin look really smooth and even. For foundation, I'm going to be using the new Fresh Nude foundation by The Body Shop. I've got the shade 55, which is quite dark for me, so I'm going to use another new launch by Body Shop. This is the shade Lightening Drops, and they basically lighten any foundation shade. So as you can see, I used a few drops of the shade Lightening Drops, and now I've got the perfect match for my skin. This is a really useful launch, and I can't believe no other brand had done it till now. The Fresh Nude foundation feels really light on the skin. It gives about medium coverage and the finish, as you can see, is really natural, and I like how it's neither too drying nor too moisturizing, just a very nice comfortable finish. For my under eyes, I'm using the Clinique Even Better Concealer, just warming it a bit on the back of my hand and then applying it to the under eye area. This is a cream based concealer, slightly dry, so it's good to use fingers or warm it up on the back of your hand. Gives quite good coverage and stays quite well too. And to set my foundation and concealer, I'm using the MAC Select Sheer Pressed Powder. I use the shade NC30. The powders run a little deeper, so if you wear NC40 in liquid foundation, NC30 would work for you. And I've used this all over my face and neck to set my foundation and concealer. And then I'm going to use some products from the new Lakme Illuminate collection. There's an eyeshadow palette, 3 eyeliners and 3 lip colors in this little kit. I'm going to start with the eyeshadow. This is a 6 eyeshadow palette. The shade is called Gold. I'm using a nude shade first, which I'm using all over the lid, and then blending it with a clean blending brush in the crease. Next, I'm going to take this peach color and I'm going to apply it on the outer half of the lid. Now the thing with these eyeshadows is that they are not super pigmented, so you need to layer them quite a bit. Also, a lot of the shades are very nude, so once again you need to pile on quite a bit of color for it to be actually really visible on the skin. Next, I'm using this darkest color from the palette, which is a matte grayish brown color, and I'm building this up in the outer corner and the crease to get a bit of a gradient on the eye. And this color is very sheer as well, so you need to build it up in layers for it to really show well on the eyes. Next, I'm going to take this pale green color from the bottom and I'm going to apply this along my lower lash line. Most of the eyeshadows in this palette are either matte or have very faint shimmer. I would have expected slightly more shimmer since this is the Illuminate collection, but they're all very satiny or matte colors. Next, I'm going to take the Lakme Precision Eye Artist. This is a new eyeliner, also part of the Illuminate collection, and I'm applying this along my lower waterline. This is a retractable eyeliner. It's very creamy in terms of texture and the color payoff is quite nice as well. For my brows, I'm using the Makeup Academy Tinted Brow Mascara. This is also something new I've been trying out lately. It's good for people who want a very natural effect on the brows. It adds a little bit of tint to the brow hair and sets them into place. Next, I'm going to use the highlight shade from the Freedom Bronze Professional Shimmer Lights palette, and I'm using that lightest color to highlight my brow bone, little bit on the inner corner of the eye and along the cheekbones to add a nice soft highlight, and a little bit on the cupid's bow. I then use the matte brown color from the same palette to contour my cheeks. So I'm applying that color using a fluffy brush under my cheekbones, and I'm going to take it under my jawline as well, and this will just give a sculpted look to my face. Now, using a small eyeshadow brush, I'm applying the same contouring powder along the bridge of my nose, and this is just going to give a sculpted and more defined look to my nose as well. And now with a clean blending brush, I'm just blending that powder upwards all the way to the hollow of the eye. Next I'm taking the peachy gold color from the same palette, and this is just going to add a nice luminous glow to my cheek. To add a bit of color, I'm using the Chanel cream blush in the shade Revolution, which is a soft pink color, and I love the texture of this blush. It's a cream to powder formula, so it doesn't make your skin greasy, and I'm using it with a brush here, but it's really easy to use with fingers as well. With the cheeks done, I am now going to come back to the eyes. I'm using the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen. This is a brush tip eyeliner and I find it really easy to use. I'm going to do a winged eyeliner for this look. So I've created my wing and I'm just going to fill it in and then just refine it in case I made any mistakes. I'm once again taking that blue eyeliner that I had applied on the lower waterline, and I'm applying this along my lower lash line, going under the lashes and using a cotton bud just to smoke it out a little bit because I want to intensify the lower lash line a little. And taking that green eyeshadow once again from the palette that I had used for the lower lash line and applying it over the smudged blue liner. And we've got a nice greenish blue smoky lower lash line now. Coming to the lashes, I'm curling my lashes using the Uemura eyelash curler, and then I'm applying the extension mascara by La Roche-Posay. This is a really good mascara. It adds a lot of length and a good volume to the lashes. It's mostly a lengthening mascara, but I find that it thickens the lashes really well. And I'm also going to add a pair of false eyelashes. I'm using the Ardell Demi Wispies, which look quite natural but add a nice glamorous touch. And once the lash glue has dried, I'm going back in with the liquid liner just to make sure that my liner looks nice and even. And to intensify that brown a bit in the outer corner, I'm reapplying the darkest color from the palette only in the outermost corner of the eye. And for the lips, I'm going to use one of the new Lakme Absolute Lip Shimmer lipsticks. This is the shade Pink Flash. It's a bright fuchsia color. It does have a bit of shimmer, but nothing too gritty or too glittery, so I think it's quite wearable. It does add a nice shine to the lips and doesn't feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to test it out a little more and do a full review on my blog in a couple of days. So I used the lip brush first to precisely line and fill in my lips, and I'm just dabbing the color directly from the bullet to get the maximum intensity. And that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you've tried any of these new products, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be doing a full detailed review of all these products on my blog, so make sure you check that. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye.